up late last night. No, we got our work cut out for us. Todd does a great job. Obviously I worked with him before, and it's a blitz fest, and we got to be ready. And we will. But we're looking forward to this game.
How much did just the variety of blitzes that Shep threw at you all through training camp kind of prepare your guys for the variety of looks you'll see this week?
Yeah, it does. It helps. But, we got a veteran group, and they've seen a lot. Jared's seen a lot. So when you got a veteran group and you've seen a lot of looks, and, we're practicing against it. And actually, we've been pretty good. Jared's been awesome this year. RC recognizing things, and protection-wise, he's more involved with all that. So we feel really good where we're at right now as far as the game plan.
John, not only are they a veteran group, but they also seem to come with this, for lack of a better term, chip on their shoulder type passion. I mean, they haven't lost back-to-back games since 22.
Yeah.
What do you see from them this week and just coming off that loss, especially because the offense kind of let them down and they know they can be better?
Yeah, you're exactly right what you just said. We were the cause of a lot of things that happened in the Kansas City game, and we had, we didn't take advantage of some of those opportunities where normally we do. But listen, these guys don't blink. Every day is the same to them, win or lose, same attitude. That's the way these guys have been brought up, and it's just awesome to see that. Nobody's heads down or anything like that. The way Dan coaches this team, the way we prepare these guys, just like you said, it's this veteran group. Let's just go. Let's move on. We move on. We make the corrections and we move on, and that's what we've done so far this year. So.
When you say, I was just going to follow. When you say you're the cause of a lot of things, what are you referring to? What plays in particular, or do you kind of want back? Or
no, obviously the touchdown that was not a touchdown, and that starts there. And then the 4th and 2 call, that was a big miss right there. That could have, we were feeling pretty good right there, so that hurt right there. It wasn't particular just calls. It was we didn't execute, so.
The touchdown on the goal line, what would you do different? How would you coach it different?
Well, he's got to be a yard back, so that's the rule. So, Dan's already talked about that, so I'm not talking about that.
Just to go back to Goff for a second, how much easier does it make your job to have a quarterback with the temperament that he has?
A lot. I mean, he's the CEO of this place, so when you got a veteran guy like that, we're always talking. Hey, I want this, I want that, or I like to have this. It's awesome, And it's when you have that dialogue with the quarterback, it just makes it so much easier, for me and everybody, because everybody sees how much confidence he has to do things, and it's paid off for us. So yeah, it's big time.
John, go ahead. Does J-Mo get enough credit for how tough he is? John, he's not a big guy, but you see what he does in the run game, bouncing off tacklers. He just isn't afraid. How much do you love that about him? Does he get enough credit?
Well, I would think so. You put our tape on, like I said, all the whiteouts. But he's like a kamikaze, man, going in there. It's like, bam, bam. He just bounces off guys. But receivers his size, they don't go do that. And he's tough, man. We're not going to draft guys that are not tough. So I love what he's doing. It was good to see what he did last week, man. It was awesome.
John, with Demo, just 4 carries last week, just 2 second-half touches. Obviously, some of that was game flow, game script. But this week, just how committed are you guys to getting him involved and keeping him involved as the game unfolds?
Listen, we always have a plan to try to get guys equal amount of balls. We didn't have enough plays last week. We only had like 7 or 8 series. And that's what happens in the game. As the game goes, and just so happens it had to be that way. It's not like we're not going in. You're not getting this, you're not getting that. So every game's different. I've told you guys. So it might be Demo this time, and it might be Gibbs the next time. So there might be somebody else. That's just the way it goes.
That change the way you might approach this week's game, though, just to make an effort to keep him engaged, involved, and having the ball in his hands?
I can't give you that answer. Like I said, every game changes. As the game goes, it changes. The ebb and flow of the game, or we want this, we want that. It's just the way it goes. You know, our guys are unselfish, and that's the beauty of it. There's not a lot of pressure for that to get that done, so.
You say
Coach Montgomery yesterday said Coach Bowles will show you something for 4 straight weeks. And
Say that again?
Coach Montgomery talking about Todd Bowles yesterday said he'll show you something 4 straight weeks, and you'll be expecting that. Then changes it up completely. When a defensive coach can do that, when they can kind of flip their tendencies, their trends at the drop of a hat, how much more difficult does that make your job? Is there something you focus in on core principle wise that helps you maybe plan for the unexpected?
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, you got a lot of tape to watch. I always say if I could start all over being a coach, I'd probably be a defensive coach so I can just dial up anything I want at any time. Because that's basically what he's doing. Listen, we have to prepare for everything. Protection-wise, that's the biggest thing. So you give them all the looks that you can give, especially the things that they're doing this year. You've already played them 3 times. You go back there and you look at those games. You know, you look at games, other teams that are kind of similar to us, you know, similar to the quarterback, and you kind of look at those. But you look at everything. I mean, listen, Hank does a great job of putting the protection plan together. He's awesome. He's the best I've ever seen. How he breaks it down, it's pretty cool. And I think he's done a great job. And then the quarterback's there. He's on it. You'll have our protection meetings. They're all on it with the backs. It's a cool thing. But, man, it's like, I mean, watch it. It's like 80% blitz. So you just got to go. You know, and sometimes you just got to throw hot. You got to have quick answers. But the biggest thing is, you know, we try to make sure he's protected, man. Because when he's protected, he's deadly. And our guys know, hey, we got to get the ball in their hands. It might, if it's 3rd and long, we might have to throw something quick. You know what I mean? And so we can get the ball and they get the first down because we're pretty good after the catch.
This might maybe tie into exactly that. I mean, the answer might be in his blitzes, but like Amon-Ra has had, I don't know, average 15 targets or something the last 3 meetings. I think he had 18 last year. So why is he such a force against, this team? Why is he
good? He's a pretty good player. He's pretty good.
Is there something about what they do that lends him to be that, targeted to the blitzes, right? Jared getting the ball in his hand quick, something else that?
No. I mean, listen, you put a 3rd down plan together. I mean, you got to have a plan for, saying, okay, they might do this, they might do that. Okay, Laporta, those 2 guys have been stepping up big time. Someone else is going to have to step up. And, we'll be ready for that. We're always the contingency plan, or they try to take Sane away. And now you got Laporta, all right? Now J-Mo, now you got Leaf, you got the back, Gibbs, all those guys. Man, that's a lot of weapons. So that's why he pressures to see if he can get home. So we can't protect or we can't get open. So,
if you guys,
Speaking of Jared, I mean, he's the best performing quarterback against the blitz. I asked Kelvin, Shep about the idea that he's being conditioned, I guess, in practice, maybe to face that. But I mean, how have you seen him evolve? I guess in that aspect, just being able.
Well, just the community, the RC. If you guys have already seen it this year. If he sees something, we get to our blitz check, and he's listen. He can see everything. Again, he's a veteran guy, and he studies. Man, this guy works his butt off. He's like a coach. And it's really cool when you got a guy that, the trigger, he's like that. He's like a coach. It makes it so much easier. And he's seen a lot of ball. And that's the reason he's so, he's good. He's not only good at the blitz, he's good at everything right now, to me. I mean, who throws an 80% almost every game? That's crazy. So it's a tribute to him. you know.
You said you were up late last night watching that defense. What time did you ultimately turn it off?
I don't know, 1 or something, but yeah. But we're all in here, man. It's just you got to do it. You got to make sure you're right and make sure you're, preparing for everything. But a guy like this, these guys that blitz a lot, you want to make sure you're right.
Is Decker returned to practice this week?
What's that?
Taylor Decker returned to practice this week. We'll see his status, but just what kind of boost can that give you guys? Obviously, guys been in the league 10 years against a team that blitz as much as they do.
Gives me a little boost, so I don't have to slide over there a lot. And the quarterback, just everybody. It's good when you got your starters. It's a good feeling, that you don't have to go over there to that side and help out as much, and get guys out, especially, the backs and stuff, or even just receivers and tight ends where, sometimes they're chipping and they don't get out as fast, you know what I mean? So when you got your tackles, your starting tackles, it makes it a lot easier.
Personnel grouping that this offense has had is the jumbo package. That's not necessarily a goal line or short yardage. You'll throw an extra big man in at tight end in all kinds of situations. Tristan Colon has kind of emerged as that guy in recent weeks. I'm just curious, what do you look for from that sixth offensive lineman? What skill set are you
Well, I think a guy that's kind of done it. So if a guy has done it, then it helps. The unknown is, okay, we don't know. Let's try this guy, like Skip has done it. So it's good that they've done it. They feel comfortable with it, being out there, because especially if you go from a center or a guard and now you're out here, because you're basically like a tackle. So I think that's the comfort zone of that player, his ability to be able to do it. I think that's where it goes,